you doing today?
I am doing great. Beautiful
Great.
Tucson weather.
It's a perfect day. Go ahead and introduce yourself to our viewers.
Hello, I'm Robey. I own Thriveworks Counseling and Coaching, and as a locally owned small business, we have two locations. One is at Kolb in Sabino Canyon, the other is at 2nd Street and Country Club. And we've just hired some amazing new clinicians. We're able to take many panels of insurance, so just roll this out.
No, that's fantastic. That's
Okay.
fantastic, yeah. And so tell the viewers a little bit about maybe how you've helped some of your clients.
Oh my goodness, I feel like we get those stories quite often. A handful of them are top of mind. One in particular was a person that was having a real challenge just leaving her home and being able to have, now that we're all past the opportunity to go outside, she was having a real transition trouble being able to go into her workplace, and through the benefit of her relationship with her counselor and the remote opportunity for counseling, she started coming in person. She was able to then resume her job and go back into the physical kind of world, and she's got a lot more abilities to cope with the stressors that are in her life. A lot of the stressors haven't changed, but her abilities to manage them has really improved, and she's just really grateful and has a great relationship with her counselor.
Right, there's been such a shift where we first created this new normal being just in our homes, but then it's this whole nother new normal getting back out to the world, so you can help people readjust to that, definitely. So what else do you want to mention about Thriveworks in your business so people can find out a little bit more about your company and your services?
Yeah, I know one thing that's really challenging is that in the counseling world, everybody needs counseling, so I hope that everybody knows that it's a real strength to find counseling, and to
take
support people if they're talking about it. There is absolutely, everybody in my world, everybody needs counseling, myself included, some sort of support. So I know a lot of times it's challenging for people to talk about that, but to be able to say, I think I do need some support is the biggest thing. So I would love for that to be the message carried out into Tucson, and then for people to know, specifically at our two locations, we have the opportunity to do both in-person and remote services. We're constantly growing our team, so what I was starting to say is there's not a lot of therapists that are able to take new clients. So what people will call, they might have a certain kind of insurance, they might want to be able to be seen in general, but really in person, which is an even smaller group of people that are available. I feel like if they can get through to us, they'll be able to have some real quick availability with in-person and virtual options, and we're able to take all of the major insurances, and sometimes even within a day or two to be able to be seen.
Right, exactly. And I think the idea of counseling where you're saying everybody could use it, the truth in that is that everyone's going through some sort of challenge, and to be able to talk to someone who truly is objective, who doesn't know your loved one, your husband, your this, your that, your coworkers, where someone can really just focus on you and your needs and help you get through it, so you can really think about things maybe from a different perspective.
Well, I was going to say, you just kind of touched on that in another way that I was just coming from a different meeting about building a mastermind and growing yourself in a different capacity. Like getting out of your own mind is a real challenge for all of us. And we do all have things that I think we need a different perspective. Like the person I was mentioning, their external circumstances didn't necessarily change. She changed how she was engaging with those things, the choices that she might have been making about those, and the reactions that she was having to them, because she was able to have a different perspective. And really, I think what the goal is in counseling isn't that any counselor is going to tell you what you should be doing. Hopefully they don't do that. Hopefully you go in and say, hey, I'm working through this thing, and the counselor can kind of hold up a mirror, so to speak, and say, here's what I'm hearing you say that you want, and here's what I'm seeing that's happening. What do you want to do with that, right? So there's so much power in that conversation for anybody, whether it's dealing with a depression or anxiety, or just a change in jobs or anything like that. We can just use that support.
Exactly. Well, thanks for coming in today. Thanks for stopping by for Chamber and Recording.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.